Okay, we are now moving into Module 7. It still has to do with the concept of factoring, but now we're going to talk about another approach. This whole module is about factoring trinomial expressions. So in Module 6, we learned about GCF, greatest common factor, and we saw how grouping is a way to use the GCF rule. So that's why that was put together. So Module 7 is solely focused on factoring trinomial expressions. So let's recall, what do we know about that vocabulary word? What is a trinomial expression? Well, that's correct. A trinomial expression is an expression in algebra that has 3 terms. Exactly 3 terms. So to do the trinomial rule of factoring, the first thing we're looking for is 3 terms. On my checklist where I have listed the 5 rules of factoring, you will see the rule trinomial listed as number 3 to remind you I can only do that rule if I have 3 terms. Now, before we can actually learn how to do the trinomial rule of factoring, actually apply the rule, we have to make sure we have a very important concept covered. And that is, when we're going to factor a trinomial expression and try to break it down into multiplication, it is extremely important that all the terms are written in the correct descending order. When we did a minute ago grouping in GCF, using those rules of factoring, it doesn't matter what order the terms are listed in because you're just looking for what they have in common. So when we do the GCF rule and the grouping rule, it doesn't matter what term is first, second, third, whatever. But now that we're going to learn how to do the trinomial rule, the most important thing we need to understand is the terms have to be written in the correct descending order to even apply the rule. So if you look at your PowerPoint here, I have 2 expressions. Let's just talk them out and write them in the correct descending order. So my first expression is x squared plus 8 minus 6x. So if we look at that, it's obviously a trinomial. We have an x squared, we have a positive 8, we have a minus 6x. That is not written in the correct descending order. Therefore, you cannot factor it yet. So let's put that trinomial in the correct descending order. Descending order is based on the size of the exponent. We always want the biggest exponents first. So we should start out with x squared, but then should be negative 6x, and the last thing is always the constant, the positive 8. So that trinomial written in the correct order would be x squared minus 6x plus 8. Once it's in the correct order, then I could teach you how to factor. Look at our second expression, negative 6 plus 5x plus x squared. Again, there are 3 terms. It is a trinomial, but it's not written in the correct descending order. So who should go first? That's right, the x squared. After the x squared, who should go second? That's right, the 5x. Who should always go last in algebra? Correct, the constant, which is negative 6. So that trinomial written in the correct descending order would be x squared plus 5x minus 6. Once you get your trinomial in the correct order, then I can teach you how to approach factoring it. And that's what we're going to learn in the next couple modules. I'll see you in the next video.